Hello, I'm ABX welcome back to the video. So a fun fact you might not know about my channel when it comes to Minecraft videos is that most of my ideas actually come about because I'll be playing around in survival or sometimes in creative and something will come up and I'll just wonder, oh, I wonder what other ways you can do that, or what's the best way of doing that, and yeah, that usually is how a video idea is kind of formed. And because I've been doing so much fishing recently, both in I got some leather boots, both in creative but also in survival, because I really want some Frostwalker boots. Basically, I've been doing a lot of fishing, and when I fish, I just kind of zone out a lot of the time because there's about 20 to 30 seconds of nothingness, and that means I'll focus on something else, and by the time the fish is actually being caught, I'll often miss it, and then I'll be like, oh, I just wasted lots of time doing nothing. And so as a result of that, I've been trying to make fishing a bit more engaging, and today I have 5 ways to make fishing more hardcore, that is, more engaging, but also more rewarding, and hopefully you do all enjoy this video going over them. If you do all like the video, like and let me know, because it helps out the channel, and lets know you do enjoy these sorts of videos. And yeah, I did go through like 5 ways to make fishing a bit like more bizarre, like, you know, stuff like, oh, you can manage your inventory and, you know, secretly look away and stuff, but this is more about getting stuff done at the same time, in case you're like me and you like to really focus when you're playing Minecraft, or, you know, maybe the opposite of something. But yeah, that's what today's video is for. Hopefully we'll enjoy it. But that said, let's get straight into the first one here, which is actually the, you know, fun fact a lot of people don't know, but basically you can break blocks while fishing, because the fishing, although, you know, you might think to, oh, that was wonderful, but yeah, you might think that if you're fishing, you can't break blocks, because you'd obviously have to switch out to a shovel, which would get rid of the fishing rod thing. However, if you just break blocks at the exact same time, as you can see, it's going to work just fine. It makes the fishing rod shake a bit, which is kind of funny, but you still can do both at the same time, which means if you want to terraform your terrain, and bear in mind, most of the time when you're near a lake, you are going to be somewhere where you can terraform, somewhere where you can actually break the blocks, which is pretty handy. But as well as being able to just like terraform a lake, for instance, or do something like that, you can also mine blocks below the water, because again, fishing doesn't just work while you're above the water and like outside of it, it also works while you're inside the water, if you want to be like this, or if you're below the water. Admittedly, the bubbles are kind of harder to see from down here, but that means that if you want to go to the bottom of the lake, and okay, so as you can see, just like that, we got a fish water underwater. If you want to go to the bottom of the lake and maybe dig out some holes so you can put some glowstone down there, you know, maybe you want some natural light, that's something you can do. Do you want to go to the bottom of the lake, look for some, you know, clay? I don't know if there actually is any at the bottom here. I think I might mind it all, but do you want to get some clay? You can do that at the same time as fishing, and again, it just feels like you're getting more done, and especially when you're looking for rare odds, it makes fishing less of the forefront, and you don't get quite as upset when you don't get, you know, your Frostwalker boots, even if you've been fishing for like 150 times with an enchanted fishing rod. Not that I would be bitter about that. Anyway, with that said, the second thing that you can do while you're fishing, besides just breaking blocks and making stuff like that happen, is actually, you know, go ahead and, you know, deal with your chests and whatnot. So we're going to run over this way, and our fishing rod will probably break, because there is a max distance to it, by the way. As you get, oh, okay, I just about missed it. But yeah, there actually is a max distance to it, so if you're going to manage chests, for instance, like my one over here, make sure you're somewhere close to it so it doesn't go away. But yeah, so let's throw our fishing rod into there, or okay, there we go. You can see that's like that. What you can actually do that you might not figure is you can open chests. And this is interesting because it means if you open it in the right way, so the inventory is just over there, you can see the fishing rod. Well, you know, for instance, being like, oh yeah, let's put stone in there. Stone should be in there, but obsidian should come out with me. And you can just decide to do that, which I think is pretty cool. So if you want to, you know, get stuff like that done, you totally can. So dealing with chests, something you can entirely do. Move stuff between chests, yeah, you can do that. You can put stuff in furnaces, and you can do anything else that requires you to manage a chest while still looking at your bubba, which I think is pretty, okay, that didn't land correctly, which I think is, you know, a pretty cool little use for it. But another thing you can do that's even better than that, if you have, you know, killed a dragon recently and you have a lot of XP, like, you know, myself, for instance, then what you can do is you can actually enchant at the same time. So, yeah, because again, you can use the left trigger, as long as it's not like on, you know, as long as there's like an interface, you can do something like this. So if we want to, we can see, oh yeah, let's see what it's like to enchant our shears, I guess, because nothing else is there. Can you even enchant shears? You can't. I didn't think you could. But, you know, I guess we have nothing that can be enchanted. It's already enchanted. But, you know, you can actually enchant stuff like your books over and over and over again, and you get a lot of enchanting done while you work on your fishing, which again, the efficiencies here just make me go, yeah, that's pretty cool. And also, it's pretty hardcore, if you ask me. The fact that you're, you know, achieving so much while everyone else just kind of sits there and, you know, stares at the water, you're getting 2 things done at once, and that's why you'll always be ahead in life or Minecraft, one of the 2. Anyway, that said, let's move on to the 4th way you can make fishing a bit more hardcore for yourself, which is actually as simple as just walking around. So this is one that you might like if you're a bbig Leaderboard fan, because, you know, it's been a while since I've cared, because they always reset mine, so traveling, normal. If you look over here, I've traveled for, what is that, 835.9 kilometers. Again, they reset it every, like, you know, 6 months for me for some bizarre reason, but that means I've traveled that far. However, if I want to get that up because I'm having a, you know, a competition with some friends, or if I just want to set down a minecart or a boat and get those leaderboards done, then what you can actually do is you can walk around the lake, and you can do that at the same time, which to me at least, I mean, this one's too big to walk all the way around, but to me at least that makes it just a bit more engaging, and then entertaining, like, oh yeah, we're walking around a lake, isn't this fun? Or if you want to impress people in a different way, you can impress them by being like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm backwards fishing, because I know, for me at least, the novelty of doing this didn't wear off for at least a few fishes, and again, we're just trying to keep fishing entertaining enough that you want to do it. So yeah, fish backwards, show off your cool dragon head, and do that at the same time. That was pretty bizarre. Anyway, yeah, that's a thing you can do to make fishing a bit more fun. However, the last thing you can do, because again, we're trying to use all the other functions of the fishing rod to just get this stuff done, is actually, fight mobs with it. So bear in mind that if you get mobs too close to your fishing bobber, it doesn't work, or at least that's a supposed functionality. It seems to like vary between updates. Like I tested it once and it didn't work, and I've tested it now and it didn't. It's bizarre is what I'm saying, and you watch out for it. But yeah, you can actually run away from mobs or fight them while you're doing this, because again, you can use the so I can kill this slime, for instance, using my right trigger instead of my left one, which means at the same time as we're getting all these fish, which we're not getting frostwalker boots yet, but maybe one day, at the same time as we're doing all this sort of stuff, we can also fight any mob we want to, whether it be, something as simple as slimes, or whether it's pigs if we want food, or, let's say we get into a skeleton fight. I think this is going to be a tricky one because we need to get them close to us, but yeah, we can do these things at the same time as fishing, because again, as long as we're looking in the same vague direction, I got a bit too far away, as long as we're looking in the same vague direction as our bobber, then we can get this stuff done. Admittedly, a skeleton is not something you want to fight using a fishing rod, but zombies, for instance, it doesn't really matter at all, and it's something that you might want to do. Again, it makes fishing way more hardcore, like, oh yeah, let's get a train of like 7 zombies following me and, skeletons and stuff, or, even better than that is you can get a bunch of, creepers to follow skeletons, and you can do music disc hunting. Really, anything is possible while you're fishing, because although you might think that it limits your ability to do anything, it really just limits your ability to use other items in your hotbar. But that doesn't mean you can't use interfaces. That doesn't mean you can't fight, break blocks. You can fight other players if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do so many cool things. And yeah, that is why those are 5 ways to make fishing more hardcore. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope that I get Frost Walker at some point, because I'm kind of desperate for it. I was fishing for like a solid half an hour last night just on the survival, and I was really hoping it'd happen in some miracle and in today's video, but it didn't just yet. Maybe some other time. I hope you did enjoy this video. Hopefully you get Frost Walker. Like it if you liked it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching. Remember, there is an outro screen coming up where you can tap on the videos and it will take you magically to them, and I'll see you all. I mean, not really magically, I guess, using YouTube's power. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.